Hello, this is Matteo from Tech Travel Geeks, and today we have been sent a review device of the Huawei Mate 20 Lite. Now, I can already hear some of you going and getting a bit confused here because the Mate 20 itself has not been announced, but the Mate 20 Lite has. So what's the difference? Well, essentially this is a 6.3 inch tease. It's a 6.3 inch device with a notch screen, a Huawei Kirin 710 chipset, and it is the Lite version of the Mate 20. So this is going to give us some clues as what's coming from Huawei in October, and we'll start unboxing this. The box is nice and simple, black cardboard with gold text on it saying with a Huawei logo, Huawei Mate 20 Lite. I'm going to take the security tape off this, and as you can see this is a not for sale unit, this is a review unit of the Mate 20 Lite, and we'll see what's in here. Now, packaging is very simple. There is a phone in here in one of those soft touch plastic pouches. Let's open it up, and yes, it's a phone with surprisingly heavy feel to it, but pleasantly reassuring. And on the back we have a blue finish with a textured bit under there. And I'm going to take this review unit sticker off and put it on there, and that gives you an idea. So this is the Huawei Mate 20 Lite in sapphire blue. It's not Aurora blue like the Honor 10, and it reminds me in a way of my Huawei P20 Pro, though it is a brighter blue in its mirrored finish. For comparison, here's the Honor 10. All three of them undoubtedly fingerprint magnets. I'm going to put my finger on, yeah, get the fingerprints. Speaking of fingerprints, there's a fingerprint scanner ergonomically nicely placed under the dual camera and flash there. So let's have a look. On the underside we see a courage port, that's a 3.5mm audio jack, the USB-C charging port, the speaker grill, and I like the way the sides are in a similarly blue reflective coated material. It feels like metal. This has just arrived in the mail, and it's feeling quite cool to the touch. And at the top there's a microphone, and at the front here we can see there's a selfie camera and another one, so that must be a dual selfie camera. One is a 2 megapixel depth perception unit, and the other is a 24 megapixel selfie sensor. Right, before we start, I'm going to use my Pyrrhix mobile safe box to pull out my SIM ejector tool and SIM card. And why not? Let's take out a 64GB micro SD card. You don't have to use your own one. In the retail packaging, as you can see, this is a review device without any literature, but there is a SIM ejector tool in the box, as well as a screen protector, which is very handy. It's always good to see that devices do have those included. This review device has a Huawei quick charger, which promises fast charging. This particular one runs at 5V 2A or 9V 2A, so that is definitely a fast charger. There's also a Type-C charging cable, which on the other end is USB Type-A, your traditional USB, and there's also one of those sets of Huawei earbuds, which make use of the courage board, or 3.5mm audio jack. So let's open up SIM tray, which is a hybrid unit. So in this case I'm going to pop in my nano SIM from the 3 network. I'll be using this in the US on feel at home, and my 64GB micro SD card. The SIM tray is very plasticky, it's flexible, which is a good thing. In case of temperature variations, it should handle those gracefully. And that's it. So let's switch on the device. What do we have here? Huawei, powered by Android. And we're starting to see the notch here. That's probably because the screen is an IPS display. That's an LCD panel rather than an AMOLED one, like in the Huawei P20 Pro. But still, the contrast ratio is good. It is very dark for an LCD panel. And here we have EMUI and all this. So we'll go through the setup quickly. We'll cut out the pieces where there's any personal information. Terms of use, we have carefully read and agreed to all of the above. It's always good to have a redundant backup of all your personal information with the government. We have, in this case, connecting to our guest network. And it is very pleasant to hold. This more than 18:9 aspect ratio means that it's not too wide. It's quite handy to type on. And there we go, we have logged in to a personal Gmail account. And I'm going to go with all the Google services because we love and trust Google. And we're going to set up Google Assistant. Now, apologies if this is going to trigger any of your Google Home or your Google devices, but I'm going to set up the Google Assistant. I'm going to skip my Huawei ID and all the benefits that brings for now. I will do that later. So I'm going to quickly set up a Fingerprint. Okay, so the prompt is very EMUI-like. This is traditional EMUI. I'm going to place my fingerprint on the fingerprint scanner multiple times and watch the animation populate the fingerprint data. I'm going to fill in the last touches and that's it done. And I can also set face unlock. Let's see what that looks like. So in this case I'll need to do that. So I need to keep my face within the space. And that's it done. So I'm all set to go. So there you have it, the Huawei Mate 20 Lite. This is a device with plenty of RAM, in this case 4 GB of RAM, 64 GB of internal storage, which I've just popped a micro SD card in with an extra 64 GB of storage. It's running the latest EMUI operating system, which in this case is EMUI 8.2, and its Android version 8.1. In this case, this is a review device with the Android security patch of the 1st of July 2018. And whilst we're here, we can also check for a system update to see if there is one. EMUI 8.2. So there is already a new version of that with some system patches. and this is EMUI updating. We'll do that later. I've downloaded the update. Whoop. So this has prompted me to enter my PIN number to update tonight, and we'll update apps in the background. The interesting thing is, unlike the Huawei P20 Pro, the Mate 20 Lite doesn't have a fingerprint scanner on the front of the device. So this is my P20 Pro on the right. The Mate 20 Lite has less of a bezel at the bottom. It's very pleasant to hold. While still having the notch at the top, it's a great device. It feels really good to hold. So that's our quick unboxing of the Huawei Mate 20 Lite. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more and a full review of the Mate 20 Lite coming in the next few weeks, please subscribe to this channel on YouTube. That's Tech Travel Geeks on YouTube, and keep an eye on techtravelgeeks.com, our website. We'll also be posting pictures on our Instagram feed taken with the Huawei Mate 20 Lite. So thanks for watching, everyone. Speak to you soon.